Good morning students. Today I am going to take a video of IELTS. This is the first time that you have heard the name IELTS. Now students, what is the meaning of IELTS? What is the full form of IELTS? IELTS નું full form શું છે? ઘણા બધા વિદ્યાર્થીઓને ખબર હશે કે IELTS શું છે. I think many of the students know what is the meaning of IELTS or what is the full form of IELTS. So today I am going to tell you the full form of IELTS. It is International English Language Testing System. So it is called International English Language Testing System, and there are total two types of IELTS. One is academic and the second one is general. There are total 4 modules, students. And what is the IELTS based on? So those students who want to go abroad for further studies, they can appear for IELTS, and those students who want to get PR in different countries, they also appear for general category. Now students, there are total 4 modules in IELTS. One is listening, reading, writing and speaking. So there are total 4 modules. I am going to write over here on the board. Listening, reading, writing and speaking. So there are always in a sequence, that is L, R, W and S. So this is L, R, W, S in IELTS. It's listening, reading, writing and speaking. Now students, today I am going to explain to you only one module, that is listening. Now in listening, there are total 4 parts: part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. But I am not going to take all 4 parts, but what is important in IELTS listening, and that is I am going to take part 1. Now students, in part 1 listening, part 1. Now what are the strategies that we can have in listening of IELTS? Now students, in listening, there are various types of listening we have in part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. But since I am going to take only part 1 and the rest of the modules I will take in my upcoming videos. So today I am going to take only part 1, and in part 1 what type of questions are being asked in part 1. Now students, let's begin with part 1, and as I said earlier, what types of questions are there in part 1. So now in part 1, there are 4 types of questions are being asked. One is orientation at place. So I am going to write orientation at place in part 1. Part 1. Orientation at place. Now students, what is the meaning of orientation at place, that I am going to explain to you later on. Let me write all 4 types of questions. The second one is inquiring information. The third type of questions in part 1 listening is mastering the alphabet. Okay. And the fourth type of listening is mastering names and dates. So now students, there are total 4 types of listening we get in IELTS. One is orientation and place, the second one is inquiring information, the third one is mastering the alphabets, and the fourth one is mastering name and dates. Now students, what do we have orientation and place? So when we start listening of part 1, the first questions, that whatever listening questions that you get, maybe 7 or 8, sometimes can also you get in part 1. So there would be orientation and place type of questions we have. Second one is inquiring information. There would be some kind of inquiring information. The third one is mastering the alphabet, different types of names of restaurants, names of person, telephone number. So it is a kind of alphabet is given and you need to listen to it very carefully. And the fourth one that we have, mastering the names and dates. So in the conversation or in a monologue, you are going to have names and dates. So you need to listen to it, the conversation or monologue very carefully, so you can understand the names and dates. But now, how to attend all these types of questions in IELTS listening? So now I am going to give you some strategy that you can come across, and whatever queries that you have, you can just sort it out. Some strategies I can give you. That is, now the type of questions that you get, that is full name that you have, or orientation and place. Just you need to, when you listen, just you visualize while listening, you can visualize the whole place in your mind, and you can just imagine that this type of image you can create in your mind. That means orientation of place or orientation at place. The second one is email address. So you can just go through kind of conversation. There will be emails and address that you need to listen to it very carefully. Then only you can get. Otherwise, that should be purposely in IELTS listening. They speak a wrong number. That is names and dates, alphabets also. So in a kind of you get wrong information, but when you get wrong information, you need to listen to it, and again in the conversation they say the same thing that you get wrong, but afterwards they get correct. Students, now as I gave you the 4 types of questions answer in part 1 IELTS listening, now I am going to give you strategies for listening. So now what type of strategy that we can follow to get good band in IELTS listening? Now as we follow only part 1, the first thing that you need to do, students, is only first when you start listening, at the initial stage, do not write answers. I am talking about those who are beginner. They don't have to only take answers, but listen to it very carefully. So first listen to it, and before you start, students, some time is given to read the questions in IELTS. So go through questions, read the questions carefully, and listen the questions. Whatever questions are given in listening, you need to just go through it and read questions very carefully. The first stage, or the beginners, what you need to do is only read questions and do not answers. I am talking about at the initial stage. So at the first attempt, when you just try to listen to part 1 of IELTS, only listen. There will be some 8 to 9 questions at the beginning stage. Just listen and only try to get what it says. So listen first time, then the second time, then the third time, and after understanding what the conversation is, and the third time you can go for the answer. So at the initial stage, students, what you need to do, you need to do only listening. Do not attempt any question answer. The second thing that you need to do, that is full name. Now full name. So when you go through name, but sometimes we don't understand those foreign names and we get confused. So what we need to do? We need to do listening very carefully. When in part 1 they in a conversation and they say full name, they just pronounce alphabet. So it comes into mastering the alphabet. So you need to listen to it very carefully and try to understand the alphabet. So sometimes it is a bit speedy, so you need to listen to it very carefully of alphabets. The second one, full name, and the third that I am going to explain to you, that is email address. Now, in part 1, it is a kind of email address or the information, we can say that inquiry information, it comes here, email address. So now in email address also, students, what you need to do, sometimes when we do listening, there are a lot of things going on at conversation, there are two persons are speaking, so we get confused of listening, but what we need to do, we need to imagine and create a whole picture in our mind. Then only we can get what it says. Students, now the third one is email address. In IELTS listening, what happens when the conversation goes on? When we try to get information of email address, sometimes they speak wrongly and we write down, and again they say sorry, the email address I have given, that is wrong. So what you need to do, you need to listen it very carefully. You need to write down first the wrong one, then again in the conversation it says that I have given the information wrong. Okay, sorry. So what we need to do, email address is given in part 1 of IELTS listening. So you need to write down both the wrong one also, and in the conversation when it says the second time, so in the second time also you need to write down the correct one. So when in the conversation what happens, students, they try to make you baffled, they try to make you confused, and that's the reason that we need to do listening very carefully. Okay. Now the fourth one is date of birth. Sometimes in IELTS listening what happens, maybe we get confused of dates. It is 30th, 30th and 13th. So now when we listen to these dates, we get confused whether it is say 13th or 38th. Now this is 38th and this is 13th. Okay. So now we need to do any conversation in part 1. We need to listen to it very carefully, because it is only once, you are not going to get the attempt for the second time. It's only the first time you can do listening, second time you cannot. So, but at the initial stage, only practice, practice and practice, that you can just overcome. The fourth one is, fifth one, telephone numbers. As I said, that it is a kind of information that you get, inquiry information in part 1. So when you get any information, it is a telephone number. So now in telephone number what happens? They cannot say in IELTS listening 0053, but they say 00. So it is not 0, but they say 007, whatever. They do not say 0. Okay. So in telephone number also we need to listen to it very carefully. Try to get what the telephone number is given. Many times that when you do listening of inquiring information, what happens, students? The number is given wrong and you first write down, and again they say no, this is not the correct number, I am going to give you the another number. So when you see the another number is correct and you get the correct number. So you need to listen to it, hold the conversation carefully. Students, month of the year. So in IELTS conversation in part 1 we get year also in 1992 or 1995, whatever year is given, we need to listen to it carefully. As I said that in part 1 there are 4 types of questions that we get in IELTS listening part 1. There are total 4 parts we have, but at the initial stage when we do practice, what we need to do, we need to only do listening, no going to get answers only first time, second time, or maybe third time. What we need to do? We need to do listening only. Okay. As I say again, I am going to give you the overview of what we have studied of part 1 in IELTS. First of all, I will say that in IELTS part 1 we have orientation and place. Orientation means a kind of information that they are going to give of a place that they have a conversation. The second one is inquiring information. Now, inquiring information means what? Inquiring information means a person is asking a kind of information at school, at restaurant, at a sports club. So, kind of information is asking. In information, as we know, the names of restaurant, names of school, names of university. So, kind of information that we get. The third one is mastering the alphabet. Now, mastering the alphabet means a kind of names that you get in alphabet. They say a kind of name of school, name of restaurant, names of hotels. So what we need to do? They just pronounce the names of restaurant. You need to get the alphabet. And the fourth one, that mastering the names and dates. Here you are going to get names of any particular institute, restaurant, sports club, and dates as well. So this is the 4 types of questions that we get, and these are the strategies that I have given. First of all, the first at the beginners, at the initial stage, students, what we need to do? We need to just listen, read. First of all, you need to go through the questions of part 1. There are some 7 to 8 questions. Read the questions and try listening. And first, at the initial stage, at the beginning, you don't have to give any answers. Only first time or second time or third time, just do listening. And when you understand and when you visualize the whole picture in your mind, when you are confirmed with it, you can go for answering those questions. Now students, after completing this video of strategies of part 1 in IELTS, I am going to give a link that you can access or you can do listening. So you can find a link or you can find a video after this. Thank you students for this video.
Cambridge Practice Tests for IELTS 1 by Vanessa Jakeman and Claire McDowell. Published by Cambridge University Press, 1996. This recording is copyright. Cassette 1, Side 1. Practice Test 1. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. Write all your answers in the listening question booklet. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to section 1 of your question booklet. Section 1. You will hear a telephone conversation between a woman and a police officer. First, look at questions 1 to 5. For each of the questions, 4 alternatives are given. Decide which of the alternatives, A, B, C, or D, best fits what you hear on the tape, and circle the appropriate letter. You will see that there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to the example will be played first.
Good evening, City Police Station. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'd like to report a stolen briefcase, please.
Just a minute and I'll put you through.
The woman says she wants to report a stolen briefcase, so A has been circled. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Now listen carefully to the first part of the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good evening, City Police Station. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'd like to report a stolen briefcase, please.
Just a minute and I'll put you through.
Lost property, can I help you?
Oh, yes. I've had my briefcase stolen.
Okay, I'll take some details. Tell me what it looks like, first of all.
Well, it's a soft leather one, you know, not a heavy box type like a man's.
And how does it close?
It's got buckles at the front, 2 of them. They're gold-plated ones.
Fine. Was it locked?
No, I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Any distinguishing features?
Pardon?
Any marks or badges on it that make it stand out?
Only the brand name.
And where's that?
It's on the back, at the bottom in the left-hand corner. It's saggy. Oh, and there's a scratch. It's quite bad, but small, directly above the brand name. I did it recently, putting it on my bike.
I got that. So, what did you have inside the briefcase?
Well, all my papers from college. It's so frustrating, but thank goodness for computers. I haven't lost them completely.
Yes, you're lucky.
I had my wallet in my pocket, so I didn't lose that. But there were also my pens, which I got for my birthday, and a novel I was planning to read on the train.
Right. Where exactly did you lose the briefcase?
Well, I couldn't believe it. I was standing on the platform. It was right next to me.
You were holding it?
I'd just put it down on the floor, but I could almost feel it beside me. I was watching for my train because sometimes it comes early, and then next time I looked, my briefcase wasn't there.
And what time was this?
It must have been about 5:20. No, a bit later. I'd say 5:30 because it was just getting crowded and the train normally comes at about 25 to 6.
Before they continue their conversation, look at questions 6 to 10. As you listen to the rest of the conversation, complete the form by filling in the numbered spaces 6 to 10.
Right. If you'll just give me some personal details.
Yes.
What name is it?
I'm Mary Prescott.
Can you spell that?
Yes, it's Prescott.
And your address?
Flat 2, 41 Fountain Road, Canterbury.
Fountain Road.
Yes, number 41.
And have you got a contact telephone number?
Yes, it's 752239.
752239. Fine. One last question. What would you say the value of your briefcase is?
Including the contents?
Yes. Just a rough estimate is fine.
I'm not sure. Well, the briefcase itself is quite new. I bought it last month for £40. I suppose about £65. The contents are worth about £20 or £25 at least.
That's fine. Well, if you could come down to the station tomorrow, you can sign this form and have a look at what we've got here.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Goodbye.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.